Hi guys, my name is Lacey. I'm Spookless and Fat Hips, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am so excited to be doing another collab, especially so soon after my last collab. But I'm excited to be partnering, I should say, because I don't want to say the word collab one more time, with Smokey Glow here on YouTube in conjunction with her Glow Mist schedule. For anyone who doesn't know, well, first of all, Hannah, Smokey Glow, thank you so much for asking me to be a part of your Glow Mist collabs. Hannah is doing kind of like her take on Vlogmas on her channel. She's calling it Glow Mist, and that's adorable because she's Smokey Glow, where she's posting a video every single day in December, and she asked me to be a part of it by doing this collab with her, and I'm so absolutely freaking excited because I love Hannah so much. She's one of my favorite people that I've gotten to meet on this platform. Hannah, if you don't know, does not only beauty content, but she does also, I'm going to use the word drama a little loosely here because she does a lot of like commentary on beauty community issues and like YouTube issues in general. She's very well known for her My Thoughts series, which is really blown up. She's considered to be very fair with her opinions, very intellectual, very kind, very understanding. I think with a lot of drama channels, again I'm using the word drama channels loosely, with a lot of commentary channels, a lot of people get upset when opinions come off too harshly or things come off as a bias. Hannah always tries to see both sides with her videos, and I always appreciate that so much. I think she comes from such a great educated perspective on pretty much everything she ever talks about. I also just think she's wonderful and kind and just lovely and all around just like a wonderful person who like so much loves makeup, loves YouTube, loves like what she's studying in school, social work, like cares about people, cares about all of this in such a grand spectrum, and I love her so very much. She's also just a very kind friend to me outside of YouTube. Like for instance, I'm thinking about moving in this upcoming year and I'd be moving closer to her, and she like offered to help me move, which is just like, that's the kind of person Hannah is. And that's why I'm just so happy to be collabing with her and being a part of her Glow Mist. So thank you so much, Hannah, for asking me to do this with you. Today we're going to be doing our take on like the Will I Buy It series that Samantha March started. I know Angelica is also famous for her Will I Buy It take on the series. A lot of other influencers do their takes in these series where you comment on new makeup releases and whether or not they're exciting you, whether or not you don't want them, if you think they're dumb, etc. We decided to call ours Gagged or GAG, which I just love that name so much. So in typical Will I Buy It fashion, I'm gonna scroll on my phone here. Side note, I got this really cute, hold on, let me make it straight. I got this really cute Retsko pop socket. I love her so much. But yeah, in the typical fashion, I'm going to be looking at my phone. I'm going to be going on like trend mood and also probably the Instagram indie mood. I'm just looking for some new makeup releases, commenting on them, telling you whether or not I'm interested in them, whether or not I think they're silly. You know how these things work by now. And I will obviously link the Instagrams that I'm using for reference down below because those Instagram accounts work hard. I feel like because I'm not doing this weekly like so many other channels do, I'm kind of just gonna pick a thing and comment on it. So here we go. Oh wait, I should sit like here, or do I sit here? Well wait, this faces this way in my videos? I don't know, I'm just gonna sit here. The first thing that I want to talk about, because I think this is already on sale in Ulta and I don't understand it fully. This is the BFF collaboration between Becca Cosmetics, Khloe Kardashian, and Malika, and I'm not sure who Malika is, and I apologize. I'm assuming she's BFFs with Khloe Kardashian. It seems to be two face palettes suited for different skin tones. Some kind of X's and O's in a jar. What is this? They're called glow letters. I'm assuming it's like a highlighter, kind of like the Guerlain meteorite balls, I'm assuming, and then also some lipsticks. I feel like this looks like everything that Becca ever releases ever. You could have easily have told me this was another round with Chrissy Teigen, but I feel like that's just very typical of Becca. All of their products tend to be very, I'm not going to say safe, but I'm going to say like mass market. A lot of their collections basically seem like they're gonna suit not so much the people like us who are on YouTube, who are like commenting on like makeup releases and stuff, but more so the person who's gonna walk into a store and just pick a product that works for them and like call it a day. The thing that specifically intrigues me about this is the whole like X's and O's in a jar thing. I would like to see that in person, but I also recognize how much of a gimmick this is because I have drawers, plural, full of highlighters, and I guarantee you that whatever shade this turns out to be is going to be no different than any highlighter I actually have. I'm just intrigued by the format that this highlighter is in. So it's a pass for that reason, but interesting nonetheless. Ooh, the next thing that I see that I want to talk about because I already bought it, because I have no chill, is the Alomar Cosmetics Volume 2 palettes. I'm not going to say the name, I'm going to put it down here because I don't like to butcher other languages when I can help it. I am buying this, I have bought this because I have the Volume 1, and I'm not gonna lie, that was a little bit of my, as Nisa Nisi Peasy would say, that was a little bit of my makeup goblin coming out and telling me that I wanted to complete my collection by getting the Volume 2. But also I do find these colors to be really pretty, and I also really liked this formula. I think the mattes blended very easily and the metallics were like out of this world. And I do appreciate that it's like a yellow and a green and a purple. I also realized that I probably need to stop shopping very, very soon, if not now, because I've bought so many palettes in this last like quarter of the year, mostly because I've been working so much in this last quarter of the year and I've kind of had the money to spend, which I realize is also money I could be putting away. But I did want to throw this in this video to let you guys know that I had no chill and I went ahead and got it, and I'm kind of excited for it. Ooh, something really exciting that I already took advantage of because I'm wearing it today. Sugarpill is now in Ulta, and it looks like for right now it's their lipsticks that are in Ulta, both their matte lipstick, their liquid matte lipsticks and their like bullet lipsticks. I, in placing an Ulta order for stuff for like birthday presents, had to throw a lipstick in my cart because I was so freaking thrilled that Sugarpill was at Ulta. This is the lipstick Dark Sided, which I had always wanted from the brand. I am so excited for this collaboration. I am so excited that Sugarpill is going to be more readily accessible because I think Sugarpill is such a fantastic fucking brand. I think the quality of their products is actually out of this world, and I'm interested to see if they expand the types of products that they have at Ulta, because right now, like I said, it's the lipsticks. If they bring their pressed single shadows to Ulta, that's going to be a game changer, because right now it's kind of difficult to get their pressed eyeshadows because they sell out so fast or they're stocked so limitedly. Like I know to get my Sugarpill palette, really the stars had to align for me to get that palette because I either would have the money or none of the shades that I would want would be in stock, or like the shades that I wanted would be in stock but none of the, I wouldn't have the money. Like it was either or. So I know the owner is very excited about this and has been talking a lot on her Instagram about like what products do you want to see in Ulta, and I think it's a no-brainer. We want her eyeshadows. That is really awesome to me. Ulta has been killing it this year with products, like with bringing good, interesting brands to their stores. There is so much stuff. Like, how do people do this? I guess this is why you have to do a series like this every week, because I don't even know how you sort through all of this makeup releases. Speaking of Sugarpill though, I need to talk about the new lipsticks that they're coming out with like the day after Christmas. Oh my god, these are so beautiful. This is the, there's a certain name for this. I think they call this like their Arctic collection. It's 3 new lipsticks. They all have like shiny teal glitter in it. It is Hijinks, which is a deep berry with multi-dimensional teal sparkles. Sub-Zero, which is a blackened navy blue with multifaceted teal sparkles. And Vertigo, which is a muted smoky purple with twinkling teal sparkles. I am getting these. Like I said, I'm hoping that somebody in my life, and I don't know how anyone in my life could not be doing this, I'm hoping somebody is getting me an Ulta gift card for Christmas because I'm going to use it to immediately buy these. These are my colors. This is such a, I love the Sugarpill formula. I think it's not the most comfortable, but it's good. Like I don't want to rip it off my lips the second it's on it. And I like their lipstick specifically with glitter in it because I feel like it has a very pretty effect. So for this, I'm really excited. Speaking of Sugarpill. Should I jump around to something that doesn't excite me? I'm like not going in any order. Ooh, I want to talk about this. Speaking of like things coming places. This isn't a specific thing, but I want to talk about the Beautylish Lucky Bag for a second. And I want to talk about this because this almost got me. I really considered signing up for the Lucky Bag this year because I realized it's like the super, like I was going to say high profile. I don't know if that's like the term that's used for this. I don't know. It's a super hyped event. It's a super hyped thing. there's videos about this every year, like what I got in my lucky bag. It's like super intense, there's waiting lists, and some people get really good shit. And the reason why I wanted this and the reason why I'm not getting this, because in my mind, like, they offer you the opportunity to like potentially get Natasha Denona products. And in my mind, I'm like, what if I got the Star palette? How crazy would that be? Because that's the Natasha Denona palette that I still really want, is the Star palette. And then it hit me, I could just save up the money to buy the fucking Star palette. Like, I don't need to like take this roulette kind of chance. I don't need to see if I'll get it, because I'll probably end up just getting more products that I already own, because somebody like me who buys makeup every fucking day really doesn't need to be contributing to some kind of like mystery bag of products, especially because I am a Beautylist shopper as it is. And I just feel like I get why it's popular, because it's very cool. I feel like if you're someone with not a lot of makeup or not an extremely extensive collection, this is really interesting and exciting, because you are getting very good quality products and like getting your money's worth, it looks like. But then I also see the other side of it, where people are trying to trade the products that they've gotten because they're getting duplicates of things in their collections. And that's the part of me where I'm like, skip it. I don't want to end up with products that either might not work for me, that I might already have, or just that I have no interest in, but now I feel the need to use it because I've spent the money on it. So for me, that's a pass. And I know that it happens every year, but I saw it on Trend Mood, so I want to talk about it. Oh, so jumping around to an indie thing for a second, because I think that most people know me for my love of indie eyeshadows. The Glam Light Pizza palette. I think it's just called the Pizza palette. This has been making waves on Instagram and I think on YouTube. People either love or hate this. I will say I'm very indifferent about this. I recognize that food is often used as a way to sell makeup. So for instance, like think Too Faced, or I just got a bunch of new Bombshell Cosmetica palettes, which are all candy. Like, the whole food makeup thing is very common, but for some reason the fact that this is a pizza has been infuriating people. I specifically haven't watched any reviews on this because there's a part of me that's tempted to get this, but then there's another part of me that doesn't want to hear it if it is good, because I don't want to be tempted to buy it, if that makes sense, because I just know that I don't need this. But I also think that it's kind of interesting, and it's kind of cute, but also kind of weird, which is a great way to also describe me, so maybe I would dig this, I don't know. Something interesting, Wet n Wild came out with not only more of their Color Icon blushes, which I really love the Color Icon blushes. I think they're a great drugstore blush. How many times can I say the word blush? But they also came out with bronzers, which is interesting, but it looks like the bronzers have glitter in them, which I'm not into. However, the blushes I really like. I will probably end up getting these because, like I said, I really like Wet n Wild blushes. I think they have great pigmentation, and I think they're like $3. So that I'm really excited for. Oh, for the love of God. Okay, so something that I didn't really notice until I just was browsing Trend Mood. ColourPop is apparently coming out with lip balms. Why do we need this? And lip scrubs? The lip scrub thing is kind of cool because I don't really know any other brand that heavily focuses on the lip scrub thing other than Jeffree Star. But the lip balm thing, how much are they? $6 each. I feel like these could be things that you could throw in your ColourPop cart if you're trying to hit the $30 free shipping minimum. But other than that, like, I just feel like ColourPop does this thing where they'll try anything once. Like, they'll try any type of product once just to see what sticks. And if it doesn't work out, they'll take it off their, like, product roster and move on to the next thing. But then if it works, they'll keep up with it and expand it. Which I guess because they have their own lab, they can do that. But it is kind of... like, I used to love when ColourPop released things so much. I used to get so hyped for ColourPop releases. And now I'm just so unfazed by it. I'm so like, oh, another ColourPop thing. Fine. Like, it just gets no emotion out of me. Some Stila things. I feel like I'm the only person who really doesn't have any opinion on Stila whatsoever. I don't know. I feel like they're a popular brand. But then at the same time, I can't tell if they're a popular brand. But either way, they're coming out with liquid eyeshadows again. I think these are different though. I think it says Shade Mystery Liquid Eyeshadows, so not the same as the Glitter and Glows. A magically transformative liquid eyeshadow where two marbleizing shades morph into one shimmering shade. So this kind of seems gimmicky for a second. On the one hand, it seems cool as fuck. On the other hand, it seems gimmicky as fuck because it's kind of like those color changing lipsticks where you apply them and it reacts to your body temperature. Like this isn't the same, but for me it's like the same concept. Like what are you gonna get when you mix the colors? And I'm just like, personally I'm not a liquid eyeshadow person, so I'm not into this, and I don't know. If they're separating the jar, I'm interested to see how they don't separate on your eyes. That's just me personally. And then there's also some kind of highlighter coming with it. A Shade Mystery Highlighting Face Gloss. Balm, a lightweight balm, so I don't like the idea of a highlighter balm. Featuring 3 marbleized shades that combine to create a subtle, multi-dimensional, glossy colored sheen. I feel like because me personally, I have the Too Faced Diamond Highlighter that's kind of the same concept. It's kind of like marbleized color and everyone's supposed to be unique. So I don't need like the Stila thing because of that. Also, I always go into Ulta and touch the Stila products and nothing ever interests me. And that includes their highlighters, especially their like kind of like gel highlighters. I always touch them and think I don't understand how I would apply that on the face. Like, can you pick them up with a brush? I don't know. I just personally am not interested in Stila, but they keep coming out with like these huge collections. So I'm assuming that somebody is buying them, right? Like they would have to be. I really wish I would have curated a list of products to talk about better because there's stuff that like I want to talk about, but I feel like it's old news. There's stuff that I've already bought that I feel like, no, oh, okay. Found some stuff that I want to talk about. I want to talk about the Manny MUA, what the hell is this brand called? Lunar Beauty Holiday Collection. I want to talk about this because it is the Greek Goddess collection, and I will say I love the packaging to this collection. I think the packaging is stunning, though I, with everybody else, have had the criticism that Medusa was not a Greek goddess. Also, so like ignoring the packaging, because I do think that is a huge step up from the Life's a Drag palette. The palette itself, just the eyeshadow palette first, I'm going to talk about for a second, seems very, very fair. So while it's on brand for Manny, because if you've seen his makeup looks, he's a fan of like the kind of whole pink eye, pink soft eye, copper, nude lip, blah, blah, blah. Very on brand for him, has a pop of blue, very boring. And I also, like I've mentioned in a past video, I really don't want to support any more influencers if I can help it. Unless it's somebody that like I deeply love, and I also deeply love the product, because a criticism that a lot of people have had in general lately is that we keep buying these influencer products saying that we're supporting the influencer and they don't fucking need our support. Like, trust me, they have Cartier bracelets and they're leasing like ridiculously expensive cars. They don't need our support. That's just some like toxic capitalist bullshit that we're feeding ourselves, or that they're rather manipulating to like get us to spend money. Don't like that. But also, as we all know, Manny's kind of problematic. He belongs to a subset of influencers that have just leached negativity so deeply into like every corner of the beauty community. And I used to think that our little small influencer corner was immune to it, but I feel it's like influence reaching us too, because we're all so on edge because of everything that's happened this year. So like, not for me. I'm really just never probably going to support Manny or anybody in his sphere ever again if I can help it. The face palette's nice, but I don't need it. I think you and I, if you're a makeup lover, probably have a million things like it. His lip products are nothing spectacular. We all probably have a million things like that. And well, like I said, the packaging itself is a huge step up from the first release. It's just nothing new to the market itself. And like I've said in my whole like when influencers become brand owners thing, there's also this ick factor, because I realized that Manny is very much releasing a makeup line because he has a built-in audience of people who are going to buy anything he releases to begin with. And there's that whole money grubbing thing, and I just don't like that. Something I do like though, something that's on its way to me, hopefully getting here tomorrow, is the Tribe collection from Juvia's place. Interesting with this, they came out with a palette, which I'm so excited for this palette. The color scheme of this palette, the orange with the greens, I'm so into. They also came out with 3 pressed highlighters. I ended up like buying the palette in a, like first thing when I woke up in the morning and forgetting to put the highlighter in the cart. So then I went and bought the highlighter separate. The highlighter got to me first and the palette's still not here yet, which is fine. I realize it's the holidays and they've been releasing a lot of sales and stuff, so that's fine. But like I said, this palette I'm so excited for. I think it's so freaking stunning and it's so on trend right now because everybody's into greens lately. Also, I want to comment on their highlighters for a second, because somebody pointed this out in like the last video I talked about the highlighter in, and I'm on board with this. Juvia's Place, similar to Beauty Bakery, numbers their products with the deepest shade being first and the lightest shade being last. And I'm really into that because I'm into brands questioning like the standard of beauty products and like whether or not the fairest shade should be first. So like down with that. And of course I'm just like a compulsive Juvia's Place collector. So we all knew I was buying this palette. The one palette I'm not getting from Juvia's Place though is this tiny little Nubian mini palette. And that's only because one, I have the original Nubian palette, and even if I didn't, this wouldn't add anything personally in my collection because I have these colors time and time again over. But I think if you're someone who likes neutral colors and wants to like dabble in Juvia's Place, this could be a cute thing for you to try. Oh my god, this infuriates me so deeply. This new Smashbox LA Cover Shot collection, which comes with the new gigantic Cover Shot palette. I fucking hate the Cover Shots so much. I think they're such a terrible formula. I think they lack a lot of pigmentation. I think they're expensive for no reason. I think they're cute. They're visually cute, and the idea of having a tiny palette, which is lost in this collection obviously, but the original Cover Shots, the idea of having that cute little palette and that like concise little color story is nice, but I ended up decluttering all of the Cover Shots I've ever gotten my hands on. So just like, I have no interest in this, and I just want to warn anyone who might be interested in this that you can definitely buy better quality eyeshadows for either the same price or a better price. So please do not be tempted by the fact that this is like a special limited edition big one. This is turned into an anti-haul, but I felt the need to say something. Oh my god, this I need to talk about because I want this so badly, but I can't do it. And I know all of the comments are going to be like, Lacey, don't you ever? But I do want this so badly. The ColourPop Super Shock Vault, I want so badly. One, I love the Super Shock shadows. They were like the first makeup item that I ever fell in love with. I've told the story a million times. And I love that the designs are embossed in it. I love their split pans. But I realize this is $100 and that's fucking ridiculous. And not only is that fucking ridiculous because of the price, I'm never going to use these. But I still really like them and I really want them. I could literally do this video forever. I should just pick a couple more releases and call it a day because I just feel like there's so much I could talk about. How do other creators do this every week? Holy shit, this is exhausting. Maybe I'll wrap up by talking about some indie things. First of all, I definitely want to comment on the whole Makeup Menagerie Feral palette thing. Makeup Menagerie is re-releasing 2 shades from the... Well, I shouldn't say re-releasing. Based on a lot of the criticism that they've gotten for their Feral palette, my criticism included, I was one of the people that had the same complaint. They're replacing 2 of the shadows in the original palette with 2 colors similar to what people had asked for in the reviews. I know I'm someone who asked for a blue shade to match the animal on the cover, and that is something they're doing. I'm so excited for this. I think it's fantastic that a brand listened to what their audience had to say and then offered a solution to that criticism. I did already send my invoice for the $3 to replace the shades for. I think $3 for 2 new shadows is a fair enough price for me, and I'm really excited because I think these colors and the whole completed palette with these new colors is so perfect to me. I think that it was the perfect touch. Something else that's kind of intriguing me, I don't think I'll buy these, but I think these are beautiful palettes nonetheless. Pinky Rose Cosmetics is releasing 3 new palettes. There's like a bluish one, a purpley one, kind of a neon one, I don't know, let's see, Obsessed, 80s Baby, Exotic Peacock. That seems to be the names of these palettes. I was very interested in past Pinky Rose Cosmetics palettes, but I never picked them up because I just never did. It's one of those brands where it's like it's always in the back of my mind that I would like to try them, but I've never gotten around to it or like felt the extreme urge to do so. Also, I know some of their palettes have had pressed glitters in them in the past. I'm really not into the pressed glitters thing. But these 3 palettes look very nice and they look very interesting. I've never really heard anything about the quality of these palettes, so I'll be interested to hear if anyone I know is reviewing them because, like I said, I'm intrigued by these. And then finally, I actually want to bring it back one more time to Sugarpill because Sugarpill is releasing new shades of their pressed single pan eyeshadows, and I'm so excited for these colors. I'm definitely picking these up, except they are releasing 7 new colors and they have 6 pan palettes you can buy. So one of these colors is going to have to get the axe for me because that infuriates me so deeply. And I think for me, it's going to be one of the purples that I end up not picking up because probably the lightest of the purples I'm not getting because I have 2 purples in my pre-existing Sugarpill palette. And it's really like the chartreuse and the blues that I'm interested the most in this palette. But these colors are so stunning. I love how like neon but also pastel these look. It's very reminiscent of like the Creepy Cute palette, but like much more vivid. And I love the Sugarpill formula like I mentioned 100 times in this video. So I'm going to wrap up on like a good note because I'm so interested in this. And I definitely want this, like the second they're available. And I feel like ColourPop has just got some kind of like magic hold onto me because on the one hand I just like diss them for releasing lip balms for no fucking reason, but on the other hand it's like I want this Volt of Super Shock so badly. Done, in my cart, added to my collection, stoked. And with that, that was my first attempt at a new makeup release kind of video. I feel like this was actually harder to do than I realized. I probably should have taken the time to like sit and organize what makeup releases I wanted to talk about so I didn't have so much like, well obviously I've cut it out, but there's a lot of time in this video where I'm just like scrolling through an Instagram account trying to figure out what I want to talk about and what I could care less about. I know the expression is could not care less, but whatever. What new makeup releases are you excited about? What new makeup releases are infuriating you? Please let me know down below. And also, if you guys like this and you want me to take another stab at this in the future, I'll definitely try to do this again. I love the title of this video, first of all. I'm very proud of that. And also, I've always wanted to do a Will I Buy It series, but I just like can't commit to ever doing a video at any certain amount of time ever. But I probably could do this like once a month, once every 2 months, like when enough stuff has come out that I can comment on it. So let me know if you want to see this from me again. Thank you so much, Hannah, for asking me to collab with you and to be a part of your Glowmas. Anyone who hasn't checked out Hannah's channel yet, you just have to because that girl works very hard on her channel and she deserves all the success that she's been getting. Let me know your thoughts on these new makeup releases. Like and subscribe if you like me. And that's everything I got for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye guys!